Alright, I'm starting to sweat. My pits are dripping, so we need to hurry up.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is
Selah. You're supposed to tell him my name. I told him yours.
Oh, okay. We can do that. Okay.
I already did.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel.
You are Selah.
You are Eric. And today we're going to be starting the process of stripping the clear coat off the Airstream. So starting in the early 60s, Airstream started to offer the option to add a clear coat to your trailers. And a little shortly after, it became standard, and we are just some of the unlucky ones that have to deal with it before we can move on to polishing it. So what we're going to be using today is CitriStrip. We got this, like, is this a half gallon, 64 fluid ounces? How many ounces are in
You think I know math?
It's a 64 fluid ounce container of CitriStrip. It was like $23 or something, and then
Show me your fancy cups.
everything's
Or throw them on the
falling.
ground.
And then we got these little handy paint cup things just to make it a little bit easier to... It's magnetic. He's amused.
I don't know what that means.
Because we're going to be working our way all around the trailer, having to climb up and down ladders and stuff like that. Just thought it would be a little bit easier to use than those like paint trays, but that's what I went to the store for, so what else? And then also, Eric said that on the Facebook group chat,
It's not really a group chat, it's a page.
he said this Airstream Facebook page thing that he's in said that they were having issues with using plastic wrap and it leaving black streaks or something when using paint stripper and like using this stuff to try and help keep it wet, because the paint stripper we're using, it says on the back of the bottle that if you're leaving it overnight, put plastic wrap on it, or leaving it for like a prolonged amount of time, it's recommended to cover it with plastic wrap just to like keep it from drying out, because it only works as long as it stays wet. So I don't know, we're gonna try it. We'll let you know if we end up with any black streaks or anything, and if we do, then we'll probably stop using it. But if you're doing this yourself, we just wanted to let you know in case you haven't seen that. Just be careful and be mindful that you might get black streaks, I guess. I don't know. So without further ado,
You're gonna start stripping?
no. Well, sort of. Yeah, let's start stripping.
Go ahead and dollop it up there.
Dollop of Daisy.
Dollop of stripper.
I mean, it seems like it did something in most places, but
It's not tomorrow yet. We don't know.
yeah, let it sit overnight. All right, well, it is the next day or the next afternoon, and I mean, it doesn't really look wet anymore, but it also looks very green, and I can't say I'm sure why. So I guess we'll just have to see how that turns out with pressure washing. But oh, look at our little moth right there. I don't really know what else to do, so all right, well, let's pressure wash. Okay, never mind, I could not get the pressure washer to start, so Okay, welcome to day 3 of removing the clear coat from this thing. First off, I would just like to say that yesterday my phone shut down unexpectedly. I didn't notice it until I was done rinsing off as much as I could from the trailer. There were some stubborn areas that the pressure washer is now actually going to help me out with, which goes into my next thing. Turns out on the switch, O does not mean on, it means off. A quick Google search would have saved me from that misunderstanding and having to use a garden hose, but you live and you learn. So today we actually will be using the pressure washer. I would like to start with just getting this remaining residue off of what I couldn't reach yesterday. And then after that, I'd like to go in and start doing a first layer of stripper everywhere else that I can reach by myself on the trailer. Eric should be home within the next hour or two, so I'm gonna wait to do the higher areas until he gets home, just because I don't wanna be standing on a ladder by myself. Nobody's out here, nobody can hear me if I fall, nobody can help me out, and it's way too hot outside to like fall unconscious out here. No thanks. So if you're doing this yourself, be careful, have someone around you if you're going to be high up to reach higher areas. But other than that, I think we should be able to do it ourselves today, so let's just get into it. Alright, welcome to day 4 of stripping the clear coat. This is how we're looking this afternoon. We had a little bit of rain this morning, help us out with getting it all rinsed off, and it's looking pretty shiny right there. So I'm really excited to see how this whole like really large area looks. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of areas turning that like yellowish green color again, and I still don't know why, but whatever. Regardless, it seems to be working pretty well, so I'll get this rinsed off. Eric should be home right as I'm finishing that up, and then hopefully tonight we've got some clouds heading our way, so that would be a good opportunity to go ahead and start stripping the roof if he feels up to it. So yeah, let's just get the pressure washing and then go from there. All right, y'all, welcome to day 5 of, of stripping the clear coat. We've just gone around and put a second coat on quite a few areas that we feel like the clear coat didn't come off of, and then a third coat along this stripe and this back one, just because it's still just not really to the point we need it to be at. So yeah, just gone around and got it everywhere. We still felt like there was some clear coat, like you can see here, it's starting to bubble right there and there. It was just really little areas that we missed along the bottom. And yeah, hopefully that stripe improves. But another thing I wanted to discuss is, in the intro we talked about how people were getting some black streaks because of plastic wrap supposedly. We are ending up with some black spots along this, and that seems like it would be from the plastic wrap, but then this is right along the adhesive line where we had the smaller vinyl stripes. So yeah, so that's what we were talking about. It might be from the plastic wrap, it might be from the adhesive, it might just be a weird reaction. We are really not sure, but I guess we will find out tomorrow if doing another coat ends up taking that off, or if it's just going to be there until we actually polish also. So yep, all right, well, that's pretty much where we're leaving off for today. Just see how everything comes out tomorrow. So see you tomorrow.
Buy more than 2 brushes.
Alright, I again do not know what day of stripping the clear coat is, but I know it's the second to last day, and I feel like that means more in a way. So what we have to do is power wash the roof and everything we went over yesterday just to get all this stuff removed. And then we're gonna have to go back to Lowe's at some point and do one last round of stripper just to get underneath the awning, because we forgot to do that and I just now realized that. So yeah, we're gonna rinse all this off, see how everything turned out. We might have to do one more coat in a couple of certain places, but then that will be the end of our stripping journey, which is a weird phrase. Okay. Let's start power washing. So like I said, we still intended on having a day 8, and we did. However, the footage from that day didn't really turn out very good at all, and it was a really minuscule task. It's not even a big deal to include it in this video. You're not missing out on anything, but basically all we did for the last day is we pulled the awning out, and where the awning and the shell like meet, just this little area right here where like they first meet is where we needed to remove the clear coat from, because whenever the awning is rolled up, it completely covers that area, and I figured that that clear coat would still be entirely intact just because no light can really get there. It's not oxidizing the clear coat throughout time or anything like that. So we went ahead, just removed that real quick by using a paintbrush sideways down the whole length of the awning. It bubbled up immediately, and then we pressure washed it off later that night. So that was all we did for the last day. Didn't really miss out on anything. It's the same thing as what we did on the whole entire rest of the trailer, is just apply a stripper, let it sit, and then remove the stripper. But while I'm here, I guess I'm gonna film the outro because I forgot to film one of those again. So thank you to all of you for watching this week's video, and thank you to those of you who voted for which video we would put out this week. I'm sorry if your vote wasn't chosen and you're disappointed by that, but your videos will be up in the next few weeks or so. So looking forward to seeing you guys for those. In the meantime, take care and see you next Thursday at 3. Bye.
You see that? See that battle wound? It's pretty gross.
It is pretty gross.
Yeah. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself.